Good morning. So this is the reading for Tuesday, April 23rd. And so what I'm going to do is just pull some cards to see a little bit about our past. Really curious as to what's going to come up today because of the full moon in the sign of Scorpio. So this is definitely some sort of transformation when it relates to emotional connections to the way that you're seeing something. Apparently, I'm just going to get a lot of messages. Yeah, that one's coming through pretty clearly. There's some sort of emotional transformation. So you're used to looking at things a certain way. I can't even get all the cards out. You're used to looking at things a certain way, and now something here has shifted. Could be connected to the transit of Uranus conjunct Jupiter. This feels more like it's been building for longer than that. I'm getting 6 months. So this has been building probably since the new moon in the sign of Scorpio. So that would have been back in November, maybe October, because Scorpio is end of October into November. But definitely something that's been building over the last 6 months. And that's what full moons are. And so it's kind of the culmination. We always have all of these new cycles starting and ending. And this would be the ending of whatever began 6 months ago. So there's something that you saw. There's some sort of way of looking at a situation 6 months ago through your emotional lens that's now going to be different. It's been changing. It's definitely been morphing more recently over the last month, which makes sense because we just had the eclipses. So a month ago was it was the lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra. That was on March 25th. So let me get one more on current energy. Let's see what comes up in future energy here. Okay. Looking here, bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is definitely the student here. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is usually all about. So here, there's a lot of learning that's been taking place during this entire time period over the last 6 months or so. I would say more so over the last month. You've been learning the lesson over the last 6 months, but in the last month, the intent behind the lesson is becoming increasingly clear. Every day that passes, it's like, oh, that's why. Oh, okay, that's why. And the further you get into this cycle and the more that you're open to just listening to what those lessons are, the easier this is going to be to navigate. There's something about resisting some of this that is going to make this transformation a little bit difficult. Not as difficult as the eclipse. I just got that. Not as difficult as the eclipse, but this is still going to be uncomfortable if you're resisting some sort of change here. So when I look at past energy, I'm getting the Three of Wands, Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords. This has been a long process here. What you've been moving away from is any kind of pain and suffering connected to the past. This is showing up in the past energy. This is influencing your current energy. This is part of the transformation. This is the closing of a cycle. This feels like it was closing out in 2023. There was something about it you knew needed to end. You needed to move forward. You needed to go after exactly what you wanted here. And you can see with the Eight of Cups, there's almost a full moon. It looks like it's partially hidden by the tree. And she's moving towards it. There's something about you've always been moving towards this. Looking at current energy here. So we have the Queen of Wands. We have the Empress. And we have the Page of Wands. Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. Okay, so lots of movement is starting to take place here. Queen of Wands, there's an air of authority that's coming off of this queen right now. She is taking very decisive action here. She knows what she wants. She's going to go after it. She's not letting anybody step in her way. She's really almost channeling Emperor type energy here where nobody's going to be able to take her off path. And male or female is just the energy of the card, but it's coming through pretty strongly here. She wants this new beginning. That's what this Empress is all about. This transformational new beginning is here. You can see all the butterflies in this Empress. She's about to birth something new. It's a new way of feeling. It's a new way of thinking. And Page of Wands, there's definitely some sort of conversation around all of these changes that are taking place. Everything that you're moving towards, why you're moving towards it. The why is going to be significant. And when I look at the future energy here, so I do have the Three of Swords. I have the Hierophant. I have the Unknown card with the star. And so the Unknown card is specific to this deck. Normally Tarot has 78. This one has 79 cards. And the unknown, I mean, it's just that. It's the unknown here. There is some sort of healing that's going to take place. It is connected to some sort of relationship. And so if you're kind of at this point of you've done all of the work, all the shadow work that you could have done on your own, now you need to work on it with another person, that's what's coming. That's what's happening now. It's this Queen of Wands is taking this initiative to say, you know what? I have taken so much action as it relates to me and working on myself. Now I need to take the next step, which is there's some sort of coming into union here. And there's something about this union that is going to help you and maybe the other person heal from whatever wounds have been coming to the surface here, because the Star card is about your wounds. It's healing from these wounds, the unknown. With it, it might not happen in a way that you would expect. That's what's coming across here. So let me get some additional details. Tell me about the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay. Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Definitely taking time to understand what this entire journey is about, really not trying to rush anything here. That Queen of Wands is a very strong, stable type of energy where, okay, things are going to unfold when they unfold. There's no reason for me to put my finger on it and try and make it go faster if it's not actually going to make it go faster. So I'm here to learn the lesson. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is saying. I'm here to learn the lesson. Eight of Cups, Page of Swords. So getting very clear on what you're moving away from and what really you're moving towards as well. Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. So there is something about maybe some sort of past relationship that caused you a lot of pain. That feels like part of it. There was some sort of past relationship. Could have been a marriage, doesn't have to be. But there was something significant about this relationship and the way that it impacted you, maybe mentally and physically. But there's something about this Queen of Wands. She's really stepping into her own power. Again, she's very channeling Emperor type energy. So tell me about the Queen of Wands here. The Empress. Page of Wands. Wow. Okay. So Queen of Wands, Four of Cups. This Queen of Wands says, you know what? I haven't fully healed from this, but that Ten of Swords is now just a disappointment from the past. That's it. It has become just, we've downgraded this significantly. I'm disappointed in what happened here, but I'm going to start taking some steps to move forward. That's this cup that's coming in out of the blue. It's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is putting an offer out there to say, you know what? I'm ready. Empress, Page of Cups. Yep, let's do it. Page of Cups, there's the offer. I'm ready to make an offer. Let's make an offer. Put yourself out there. Page of Swords, or Page of Cups. I'm staring at the Page of Swords. So lots of movement, lots of communication here. With this Page of Wands, the only one we haven't received yet is the Page of Pentacles, but we'll see. I mean, we have the Knight of Pentacles, so similar energy. But with this Page of Wands, I'm getting the Devil and the Four of Pentacles. There was something that you were holding on to. There was some sort of unhealthy attachment to the past. There was something about this unhealthy attachment. This is part of what you're healing. This is where you need the union to kind of help you figure out your next steps, because the Four of Pentacles, it is about your foundation. It's about making sure your needs are being met. And there's something about this where you're having some sort of conversation, like, I haven't fully released the past, but I'm ready to make an offer. I'm ready to take some action and move forward in my life. I can't sit in this stagnant energy anymore where I'm trying to do everything on my own. I just can't sit there anymore. Tell me about the Hierophant. Okay. Wow. Okay. So lots of kind of fluid energy happening here. This full moon is definitely bringing something to light, especially when it comes to another person, and just maybe how the two of you can help each other heal from whatever wounds are coming to the surface. This does look more like past relationship wounds, like maybe things connected to third-party situations, because we have the Three of Swords out here. Definitely some sort of painful ending maybe that came about as well. Maybe a lot of fighting, things like that. What I'm seeing here with the Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, is you're taking a lot of accountability for whatever transpired within the relationship. Even if you weren't the person that maybe did the cheating, if that's your story, or the person that was ultimately responsible for the ending. I mean, it's pretty clear in the cases of cheating who's the person responsible, because that's their character flaw. It's the person cheating. It's their character flaw. It's not the person on the other end of it. But there does feel like, from what I'm picking up here, is that you've picked up more of the burden than was necessary. You have taken on so much responsibility for anything that happened here. And it's like you did it to almost maybe keep the peace, but the time for that has passed. There's no reason to hold on to that. There's no reason to take accountability for something that you had no involvement in. That's what this feels like. That feels like the lesson that's trying to come out here, is that you weren't 100% at fault here, even though you're kind of taking the responsibility as though it was the case. Hierophant, Nine of Wands. So not surprised, a little bit guarded about the relationship. But it also feels like, it almost feels like you're protective of the relationship as well. So it's not just about maybe you're a little bit hesitant to be into some sort of relationship based on whatever you went through in the past, but it's also like, but I see something long-term here with that Hierophant energy, possibly even marriage. And so I don't want to lose that either. So I'm protective of that as much as I'm in it. So there's this kind of weird mix of, I'm not ready to be fully in it, but I also want to be in it enough to protect it. And this one, I ended up getting 3 cards to kind of clarify the unknown card and the star. And the cards that I got here were Five of Swords. So I always read that as picking up the pieces. So that's you picking up the pieces. Six of Wands, a lot of success around picking up those pieces, as well as the union here, this Three of Pentacles. And so the relationship here with this other person does have this really strong healing component to it, where you're able to help each other really understand who was truly responsible for what in this failed relationship in the past. Could have been a marriage, but whatever this failed relationship was in the past, it's really about owning up to where you need to own up versus owning up to everything that's beyond you. So I do like the fact that this is a healing relationship. So this is the reading for Tuesday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.